Our next presenter is Stephen Mendoza. He's also a graduate student in the Department of Kinesiology, and today he'll be talking about using community outreach strategies as a way of increasing participation.
So let's start off with a couple of questions. I want you to clap for me if you've ever experienced personal change, such as changing jobs, changing majors, or changing cities. Now I want you to clap for me if you ever experienced change in your community, such as a new park, some graffiti being cleaned up, or an abandoned building being remodeled. Now I want you to clap for me if you have had a direct impact in changing your community. A lot less hands on that one. So, when you were in middle school or high school, did anyone ever write in your yearbook, never change? What does that mean exactly? Does that mean they want you to stay the same forever? Stay young and never grow old? I don't know. But what I do know is that change means to become different. Well, what does it mean to be different? To be different means to set yourself apart from another, to take the leap, to trust your instincts, to not succumb to society's will. So when someone says never change, do they not want you to be different? My thesis project is focused on changing the community of Martin Luther King Jr. Park by working with community organizations. But before I dive into that, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and how I'm different. Personally, I like being different. I've always been different than most members of my family, and that's how I've always been. Unlike most of my family, I chose to go to college, and I'm the only one to receive my bachelor's degree. And it's not like I did not have anyone to follow. I had two older brothers. One dropped out first semester community college, and the other joined the gang, did drugs, and ended up in jail on 3 or 4 separate occasions. So I definitely had people to follow, but I didn't because I was different. I never wanted to follow the crowd, never wanted to do what everyone else was doing. Unlike most in kinesiology, I am not trying to pursue a career in physical therapy. Not to say I did not want to be a physical therapist, but I was definitely turned off when everyone in the major was doing the exact same thing. So what did I do? I changed my career path, and this change led me to my discovery of 100 Citizens. You have already heard what 100 Citizens is. I do not even repeat what the video or the last two presenters have already said, but I do want to emphasize one thing. This program is different, just like me. I grew up on the lower end of Sylmar, 5 minutes away from San Fernando Park. This is San Fernando Park today. Beautiful, right? However, San Fernando Park did not always look this way. I recently asked my mom if she remembers San Fernando Park when I was a kid, and she said San Fernando Park was bad. She said she never felt safe walking around, it was dirty with a lot of gangs, and she would only like taking us to see fireworks on Independence Day. Dr. Loy, who was my mentor, faculty advisor, and the creator of 100 Citizens, said that when the program started, there was abandoned buildings across the street, unfinished roads, and not very good activity at the park. Today, San Fernando Park has an award-winning pool facility, new apartment complexes across the street, and new programs for everyone. Park activity is up as well, and it is because of 100 Citizens. Rand Corporation did a study of San Fernando Park using a validated tool called SoulPark designed to assess physical activity and found that physical activity overall had increased in the park even on the days when the program was not running. Compared to the other parks nearby, San Fernando Park had 2 to 3 times the amount of physical activity and even on the same days that the program was not running. Now this is Martin Luther King Jr. Park, or just King Park, located in South LA. This is similar to what San Fernando Park used to look like, except there are nicer facilities like the turf field, baseball diamond, basketball court, and tennis court. These are nice utilities that San Fernando Park has, or that Martin Luther King Park Jr. has, but are not utilized. Myself and my team go to King Park 3 days a week, and what do we see? We see gangs, we see drugs, and we see homeless making a home. Should we be concerned? Should we be worried? Hell yeah, we should be worried. You try going to an area that just last year had the most murders in the entire county, and you try not to be scared. I face challenges in South Los Angeles that most don't ever have to experience. I have a thesis project that is not like other theses, but why do I do it? Because it is different. It would have been easy to walk away, but this was such a great opportunity. The opportunity to start something brand new and to do what we did in San Fernando Park, bring change. Change can happen, but it takes an army of participants and an army of students leading the way. My thesis project is focused on changing the community of Martin Luther King Jr. Park and creating a new San Fernando Park by bringing 100 participants to the program by the end of August. This will be accomplished through working with community organizations such as Community Coalition, Portals, and a Community of Friends, or just ACOF. Community Coalition is a well-recognized organization that works with the public to create change in South Los Angeles. Portals provides leadership and programs for individuals who suffer from mental illness and/or drug abuse. ACOF provides community housing, affordable housing for individuals who are homeless and/or suffer from mental illness. The plan I have created is to attend community-based meetings led by Community Coalition every third Thursday of every month, attend meetings at Portals once a month at their weekly Tuesday member meetings, and contact ACOF to begin the process of building a relationship. By attending these meetings, I am creating a relationship with these organizations. That way I can learn their needs and wants. In doing so, I can provide them a solution to the problem of inactivity while also providing participants to the program. So far, the plan is going well. I've attended 3 community-based meetings and have created relationships with the attendees. Next step for them is to get them to the park while the program is actually running. For Portals, I have attended 3 meetings as well and have visited the facility prior to the start of the program to gather up potential participants. Next step for them is retention in the program. For ACOF, I need Community Coalition to bridge the gap between ACOF and myself. That way they know I am coming from a reliable source and not just using them. By attaining 100 participants, we will see increased activity at the park. Not just physical activity, but people just wanting to come from all around the neighborhood to play basketball, tennis, or just bring their children to play in the jungle gym. We have seen this in Saffron in the park. If the money went into the community, but if the park did not change, money would not have been put into senior living homes, new apartment complexes, or a new pool facility. The same can happen at King Park. This program is the beginning stages of change. I noticed when that happened overnight, but the more participants we have come out to the program, the more positive attention this park receives. Change will happen. The goal of the program is to create change. Change the community to become better than what it is today. Better meaning safer, rid of gangs, and dying businesses. Better meaning more parents, grandparents, and children. This program is a difference that will create change at this park because it does not succumb to society's will of staying the same. But we need an army of students willing to be the change to make a difference. Do not allow yourself to stay within the same mindset of, this is how it should be. Change is good. Being different is great. Be the difference to change the world.